This is something that I wish that everyone knew because it could save people a lot of pain. I'm Lisa. I'm a marriage and family therapist and a spiritual life coach. This is Understanding Family Systems, a Spiritual Emotional Map. A family system is a living emotional and energetic field, not just the people, but the unspoken rules, roles, traumas, and loyalties that bind them together. In family constellations, we understand that this field is held together by love, even if it expresses through dysfunction, pain, or disconnection. Every behavior, even the painful ones, come from an unconscious attempt to belong. There are 4 key principles that I want you to learn about family systems and family constellations. Number 1, everyone has a place. In a healthy system, every member has a rightful place, including those who were excluded or rejected. For example, estranged relatives, murderers, and then if there is a murder in your family and the victim was not part of your family, the victim becomes part of your family. And that story becomes part of the legacy that you carry on. And until it's acknowledged, it will repeat. Miscarried children and abortions, and those who were judged, shamed, or forgotten. When someone is left out, the system becomes unbalanced. Often someone in a later generation unconsciously represents the person through repeating their fate, emotions, or struggles as an act of loyalty. Healing begins when we say, "You belong, I see you, I honor your place." Number 2, order matters. This is the hierarchy in a system. In a system, there's a natural order. Parents come before children, firstborns before younger siblings, ancestors before descendants, and new marriages before the family of origin. When this order is reversed, for example, when a child becomes the emotional partner to a parent, love becomes burdened. The child carries more than they should. Restoring order brings peace. In family constellations, we often say, "You are the big one, I am the little one. You gave me life, I honor you, and I take it. I respect your issues, and I leave them with you." Number 3, everyone needs to be seen and accepted. When pain or trauma is denied, such as abuse, betrayal, addiction, or mental illness, the system pushes that truth underground. But what is pushed down doesn't go away. It shows up in the next generation trying to be acknowledged. Often through anxiety, relationship struggles, addiction, or deep emotional confusion. The soul of the system wants to be whole. Healing happens through inclusion and acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is really powerful. And number 4, love is often entangled. Family constellations helps us to see that we often carry what isn't ours. A daughter might carry her mother's grief. A son might carry his father's depression. A partner might carry their spouse's ancestral burdens, to the point that they become part of our body. Like we carry illness in our body. And that illness is representing something from our family story. We do this out of blind love, the deep unconscious desire to help or fix what wasn't resolved before us. But this kind of entangled love can become self-sacrifice, over-responsibility, or emotional fusion. Healing means loving with boundaries and clarity, not carrying another's fate. So why does this matter? Well, this matters because we're just passing down pain all the time if we don't become conscious of it and acknowledge it and acknowledge whatever stories we have in our family. If we don't become conscious of it and acknowledge it, we repeat it. And these are painful lessons. And also because once you see the system, you stop blaming yourself. You stop thinking you're too emotional or broken or codependent or you have a mental disorder. You realize, oh, I was loving the only way I knew how, through survival, loyalty, and unconscious patterns. You forgive yourself. You forgive your parents. You didn't just inherit their eye color or hair texture, you inherited their heartbreak and their survival strategies, and their unspoken longings. But you also inherited their resilience, and you now have the power to transform what they couldn't. And they are all rooting for you, and they want you to do this. A lot of it is about feeling the feelings. And sometimes we're feeling really big feelings that have been passed down through us. We may be feeling our mother's grief or our father's depression. But if we feel it and we acknowledge it, we can heal it. And family constellations is a great way to do this. If you like this video, like, follow, subscribe, and I will be having my website up and running soon, and I facilitate family constellations, which are the most powerful way I have found to heal these intergenerational patterns of trauma